Hi there, I'm David.
And I'm Con, and welcome to another episode of...
Okay, I need to be like the master of ceremonies at a wedding here and just get some formalities out the way.
Yep.
We'd love it if you liked and subscribed, and the donate button would be even better. You know, we've got a lot of coffees and stuff to buy while we do this work, so
yeah,
we'd appreciate that.
Yeah, that'd be great if people can support this channel by donating or even liking or subscribing to our channel, and
helps the algorithm, right?
Yep. And even leave comments. We'd love your feedback. Hopefully they'd be positive feedback.
Well, even technical comments, because like I said, I'm actually not that, I'm the camera guy, right? So I just compose and expose. That's my job. So
so if there's people more knowledgeable or broadcast engineers out there that can teach
enlighten
us something, enlighten us.
Absolutely.
We're all your
up
comments
for learning
are welcome.
New stuff. Yes. Yeah. Anyhow, so look, we've got a tape.
Yep.
Here, and it's Digital Betacam tape, which is nice because they're digital and they're generally more reliable, to be honest.
And they're newer than these old tapes, so more than likely we have no problems playing them in the
generally
machine.
I've had a couple.
Really?
Well, I think sometimes if you have an SP tape in one of these machines, a bit of oxide might come
SP
off.
being an older format.
Yeah. So look, this relates to a couple of things, a project I did. It's work from a helicopter that I did, and it just brought back some good memories because that doesn't happen anymore. No,
everyone uses drones now to get aerial shots.
There's just things the drones can't do, and a certain sense of satisfaction as well. There's nothing like being in the helicopter with the door open. But also, I just wanted to showcase the lens, the equipment I was using at the time. So it was the Digital Betacam camcorder and the Canon stabilized lens, and we'll just put the model number up. And I thought, why not just put the tape in, have a look, and we'll do like the director's commentary thing, if that's all right.
The commentary.
That's it. So let's just turn this machine on. So there's going to be some fan noise, and I need to change inputs on the monitor. And just changing the aspect ratio.
So what are you doing there? You're changing the aspect ratio on the monitor?
That's pretty much it.
To 16:9, because you shot this 16:9.
16:9.
Yeah.
So this, I don't know, this must be 20 years ago. So I think Digibeta widescreen 16:9 usually means it was the widescreen changeover and was just getting close to the high definition.
Yeah, and that was even before high definition. We went from 4:3 to 16:9 standard def.
And
yeah, it took a few years for the. And remember, the producers used to tell you, shoot 16:9, but protect for 4:3.
Yeah, that was annoying.
Oh, because you had to get your head around, what do I compose for here? Yeah, 2 compositions you had to allow for.
Yeah, and I think everyone was relieved the day the memo came out that we can just go 16:9 for 16:9.
Forget about 4:3. That's in the past.
I know. So anyhow, so the tape's gone in. Let's hit the play button. And it's empty colour bars. So I was filming for Channel 9 at the time, and the story was a crime story. And this was just it was a long form story.
Oh, you told me earlier it was for the Sunday program.
Which isn't on air anymore. So once again, I can't help myself. The brief is just, we just need enough for a 30-second piece to cover some voiceover. I get into these situations, I can't help myself. And I think it pays off to overshoot. Really, I certainly look back at it now, and it is historic because these things are long gone.
Yeah, so the police don't use these sort of choppers anymore. Do you know the model? Or?
It's a French helicopter. It's a Eurocopter, and it's my French pronunciation is terrible, but it's a Dauphin, which I think is the French word for dolphin.
Oh, okay.
And the French helicopters all have nicknames as to how they look. So the old Channel 9 helicopter, its nickname was Squirrel because it looked like a squirrel face. So at this point, we're actually...
Can I ask what airport this is?
Essendon Airport.
Oh, Essendon, yep.
So for people not from Melbourne, this is actually a very old airport.
Yeah, it was the first airport in Melbourne?
Would have to be one of them, and it's very close proximity to the city.
Yeah.
And our current airport, Melbourne Tullamarine International Airport, opened in about 1972, I think. So, so they're quite close together, and this airport has remained for corporates. In fact,
executive jets.
Yeah. In fact, when you, depending on the time of the year, if there's a golf event on or something happening at Crown Casino or something, you see those corporate jets with the N registration, so that's US registration.
Oh, you know a little bit about?
A little bit. And you go, could that be Greg Norman or something here? I'll just turn the audio. Oh, well, that's the pilots talking to each other.
Ah, right.
And at this point, we're actually hovering, I'm pretty sure. So
you're off the ground already?
I think so, yeah. And I'm trying to, for the editor, keep the editor, just get the thing going out of shot as an edit point here.
Yep.
But knowing this would probably never be used, but I just can't help myself anyhow. May as well just roll. Look, a 40-minute tape was, how much are they? Sort of $40, $50 or something?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Can I say, were you working at Channel 9 or freelancing?
No, I was still freelancing.
Oh, you were freelancing.
Yeah.
So why'd they hire you? You had something that they wanted, right?
Well, I actually...
You had the lens.
I had the lens, but I think it was possibly over, and if I had to pick that light, I would say it's over the holiday period. I think that looks like summer, January or something, so maybe people are on leave.
Yep.
And you can't always get a news crew.
Yeah.
Or a Today Show crew or whatever. So people, that time of the year, people on leave.
Yeah. Just hire a freelancer. Just
get the freelancer in, and that's what we do really well, isn't it, Com? We just turn up and
that's right.
solve problems.
For hire, if anyone needs us.
Yes. So I think this is standard procedure. Just they go to that holding point before they get clearance to take off. But what we're talking about here is the lens and the performance of the stabilisation. Look.
Now, for people who don't know, you couldn't just hop onto a chopper and shoot out the door with just a normal lens.
Well, you could, but I think it would be futile. It wouldn't be a very good result.
Because I don't know if people know this, but the propellers...
the rotor blades.
Yeah, but the vibration, from that would cause a shimmering on the image. And that's what your stabilised lens takes out, that frequency. Yeah.
Absolutely. You can see it in, if anyone who's... with their latest smartphone, you can see, when you zoomed in, at the Taylor Swift concert or something, and those cameras, those phones have amazing stabilisation technology.
But it's electronic.
It's electronic, but you can still see the lens flare. You can still see the difference between the image that hasn't been stable.
So maybe it is optical.
Maybe, I don't know, but you can certainly see this in, this is a bit boring.
Yeah. Wow, what a shot.
Well, it gets better than this. But you know what I mean? Like this doesn't happen anymore.
No. Oh, you can't do chopper to chopper
with a drone.
With a drone?
No.
No way.
No. So.
Wow.
So look, I think this is a good scenario for this lens.
Yeah.
Because the budgets weren't there for FLIRs and webcams and shot over. I don't even know if shot over existed then.
Probably not.
But we're only flying at about 80 knots.
So not very fast.
Not that fast. And the door's open, and this was staged. It was all staged for us. So, but you can hear sort of pilots talking to each other.
So, are you up there on your own? Do you have a soundo there who's tapped into the comms from the helicopter?
I think I just did it myself. Although I think that because it's a Channel 9 helicopter, so I think they may have had a plug.
Because the helicopters or aircraft used to have NATO plugs.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, which were like fat phono.
That's it. That's it.
Plugs,
and I think they might have just been stuffed in the pouch behind the pilot's seat, with these instructions for bits and pieces. So so you're right. That's what it was. But Adam Shand was the journalist, and he was actually along. He produced and was the journalist on the story. So so anyhow, look, we'll just fast forward. But look, these are nice.
Oh, that's a great shot! Wow. And what's the focal length on that zoom? I mean, you can zoom pretty tight.
Okay, I think it's for a 230-inch sensor. It's different to Super 35, obviously, but I think the lens is 17mm to 238.
Right, so it's like a 15, 20 times?
I think, to me it was like having the standard news lens, which was a 14 times lens or something, with the 2 times extender on.
The double A,
that's kind of what it reminded me of.
Gee, the lighting's fantastic. You certainly shot this at the right time of day.
Well, it was fortuitous. I didn't plan it. I was just gifted this.
Yeah.
job. So anyhow, we get some better stuff.
Now,
so.
For people who might not know, when you fast forward like that, there's a lot of square blocking.
Yeah.
So that's a one way of knowing you're playing a digital tape.
Yeah.
I think they call it macro blocking.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I remember when we went to digital, it was like after years and years and years of that analog, pneumatic and SP. Well, it's different.
Yeah.
And in fact, hang on, where are we? So look, even. Oh,
that's
now speaking of stabilisation, so that black ball at the front, that's.
Yeah.
And if I had to guess, I'd say they're filming me just for the fun of it, because that looks like it's pointing at me.
Yeah.
So
it is. What do you call that?
Well, the brand is, we just say Fleur.
Yeah.
I think in the aviation industry they pronounce it FLIR.
FLIR?
It's an acronym. So it's
what's the acronym for?
Forward-looking infrared.
Oh.
So that camera would have, when you see the police chases, when the police supply the footage, and you can see the infrared images of the brakes of the car that's getting chased and stuff are just glowing red, and the person running across the paddock. So that's one of those cameras, basically.
What year is this again?
You know what? I'm not sure. I'd have to check my diary. I think it's about...
not on the label.
No, because that is a copy of the original. And another great benefit of digital tapes was there was no generation loss when we copied a tape.
Yeah, so, that's true.
So, because look, what happened was the tapes got erased, or they just ended up in the never, and I thought it would be prudent to grab my own copy.
Yeah, for your showreel, if nothing else.
Well, for showreel, or for technical appraisal and research, and just see how we can do it better in the future. So,
wow, I bet you the skyline of Melbourne looks different now if you went up and took a shot.
And that's the other thing with the Eng, being able to zoom, do that steady zoom. And it's funny, I'm just watching this now and I go, so how do you frame with the helicopter blades? Do you frame them in or out?
Oh, look at this shot. Oh, I love it. Oh, and the chopper banks out. Cool. Mate, this is special
It's
stuff.
almost Hollywood, isn't it, when you're in charge of expensive assets like that and you have to make the call that, okay, turn now.
So were you directing the pilots what you wanted them to do, or?
You know what? Well, actually, we'll know in the dialogue with the pilots. I think they may have said, we'll do the turn.
Because it looks cool, we know you'll love this.
I know. Yeah. But you know what, I mean, it's here we go. Actually, you can see some of this lens flare. So you can see the lens flare.
Oh, yeah.
There's some bouncing around, just at the bottom there.
Oh, this is a cool shot. This reminds me of Apocalypse Now.
And let it go out of shot.
Yeah,
keep
a lot of editors complain, just let them enter and exit shot so they have somewhere to cut. If you keep following them, they can't cut.
And I think it's a problem, a flaw, characteristic of people who have shot news in the past. It's actually hard to just let a shot roll for 15 seconds.
Yeah.
Because in the news environment, it would never last, it would never be on air for 15 seconds.
The whole story is 2 minutes. So,
but you have to, adjust your brain and go, no, feature length. Or long form current affairs stories.
I understand what you're saying now.
They could just run a paragraph of if the shot, because they write to the pictures.
That's right. And those sort of stories could go for 20 minutes, half an hour.
Or 2 15-minute, part one and a part two, hang on, there's some more of that lens flare. Look, you can just see the lens doing its thing, the stabilising, see the shimmer in the...
Yeah. So, this lens is a stabilised Canon ENG lens, 2/3
Yes, it's B4 mount.
B4 mount.
And it came out in the early 90s.
Early 90s. And you owned that lens.
I did. I bought this lens. It's since gone. But interesting, when I went to sell it, and I took it to Neil at Lemac here in Melbourne, who's the lens expert, just to put it on the chart so I could just check it was okay. So whoever bought it knew they were getting... But even he was surprised that it hit the markers for a 4K resolution.
Wow, I could see how it can, because this thing looks sharp as a tack.
Would have won it for 30 grand. So
30 grand, but a lot of broadcast lenses back then were 30, 40 grand.
This was specialised. And I think there was another. They brought out a second version of this lens. There was a wider version as well, and then I think there was even another final version. I think Videocraft might have one.
Oh, okay.
And it did something better. I can't remember what it was. Probably better stabilised.
You would have been one of the few freelancers with this sort of lens.
The only one that had one. I think I was the only person in Melbourne that had one.
So because of that, you got to do a lot of these aerial shots often. I mean,
it was good in its. When I initially got it, it was good.
Yeah.
And I hired it out a lot because it was a solution. It was a simple solution for a lot of people because if you're going to have a big, rig or a stabilised ball off the front of the thing, those helicopters had to be certified.
Yep.
It all had to be coordinated, and often this hardware was in Sydney and had to come down. So the easy thing to do is just jump in any old helicopter.
Yep. That's
airworthy and use this lens. So it was quite flexible, and even from my point of view, ever practical that I am, I go, well, just fit it in a so-so Pelican case. So it was a good ratio, the size of this equipment and what it can do. It was a good ratio. It was a powerful little tool,
So how long of a run did you get where you could hire and use this lens?
I had it for probably a good 10 years or so.
Oh, yeah.
So it was a good business decision. It sort of recouped
you
its
made
cost.
your money back on it.
Yeah, and I mean, it was, we both like to hang on to equipment. It was a nice memento. It would have been nice, on our non-virtual set. It would have been a physical prop. But it had to go once things sit around for a year or two not working. And also there was a point in time where Channel 9 updated the helicopter.
Yep.
So that one moved on.
Yep.
I think it's down in Tasmania.
Okay.
And they bought a brand new, the network, so they basically got 3, I think.
Yep.
Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne.
Yep.
And they were standardised, and they put a FLIR or FLIR.
Which is a French company?
No, I think it's US.
Oh,
US. It just sounds like a French word, but no, it's the acronym FLIR. So that was when, because even before this, the Canon, or the way we did things at the time was, it was door open, body harness on, and either handheld with no stabilisation or the Schwemm lens, which we can talk about another time, or this lens. So they were your 3 options. But the TV stations went to a much more professional system, which was the 5-axis stabilisation that these things had. So,
and the operator just sits in the back with a monitor and joysticks and can operate the whole thing that way, with the door closed.
Exactly. But, there's something about the door open, and there's something about the noise and the overview. And actually another thing, vertigo. The fear of vertigo. I never actually had it. Like I get a bit weird just standing on those, the skyscraper observation decks. I feel a bit weird, but I never sort of got it, experienced it in these situations. But someone explained to me it's because there's no sort of vertical wall for the brain to sort of marry up with. So, but I never had a problem.
Oh, okay. You never got sick?
No,
motion sickness,
or concerned.
Okay, that's good.
So, there's some historic Melbourne stuff here, things under construction.
Oh, yeah.
So, so the standards were much higher after this, that the 5-axis stabilisation, the operator inside, but that brought out another set of issues as well. They were very heavy.
Oh, the stabilisers.
And also look at that's Telstra Dome. That's a while ago.
Oh, wow.
I think I was just picking, as you do, your instincts. Let's just pick up some B-roll
while we're
here, because you never know. And that is historic because it's Telstra Dome.
Yeah. Where's that?
I'll see Yarra River somewhere, but I'm guessing any money. There's apartment towers there now. Oh, that's definitely the Balti Bridge.
Wow.
So what was I going to say? So standards were elevated. It's a and I guess from an OH&S point of view as well, it is door closed. It probably makes sense. But but also when they changed from the twin engine to a single engine, I think it affected weights and centre of gravity and things like that. But that's the way it is and was. But I do think, when people get excited about drones and the sports, the goggles, and they can do that, and it is impressive.
Yeah.
But I reckon this is better.
Yeah, I'm sure any drone operator would love to have done what you've done here and shoot out of a chopper.
I know. And but I'd just say it would be unlikely to ever happen again, or maybe in the feature film space.
Because it's not cheap to hire a helicopter.
I hate to think what that thing... I mean, that must have been thousands of dollars an hour. I mean, I think they were doing legitimate work. It was part public relations, and part they were doing legitimate police work. But, you know, the media helicopter, the small helicopter, they're $2,000-3,000 an hour, you know, so, you know, the way budgets are these days, quite possibly wouldn't happen. So, so, there you go. Some more
well done, David. Great footage.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. So,
and that lens is super sharp and super steady out of a helicopter.
Well, I think these are ideal conditions for it, you know.
So obviously you're saying if it was a windier day...
If it was a genuine news story, for example, and air traffic control tells the pilot that you can't go below 1,500 feet, or you have to... There's a police operation going on, you have to be a certain distance or whatever, it wouldn't be good enough. And when you are fully zoomed in, it can get a bit shaky. And
so at the time, would you have gone to a news story to shoot like a car crash or something like that?
In the news days? In my time, it was the Schwemm, and we can probably do a separate video story on that, because that's a story in itself. So, and it looks like we're losing the nice light here.
It's nice with the boats in the background.
I never pictured it that way.
You're a true artist.
Thank you.
Wow, that's fantastic.
All right, let's just spool it to... oh, look, it's much of the...
That looks like Williamstown or something.
I think it is Williamstown, actually.
Yeah. Wow.
If we had the budget, we could just go out and shoot it all again and do those Instagram things where...
Well, you should post some of this stuff on Instagram and just grab snippets.
It's not really mine to do such things.
Okay.
You know, technically, I guess it belongs to Channel 9, so contact Channel 9.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting to the tail end of it. But that's another thing, test your skills a bit, you know, following, you know...
Because it's all off the shoulder, not off a tripod.
Yeah, no joysticks, no.
Yeah. So it's very fascinating that you can get such great shots chopper to chopper.
So what are some other key messages? I still think that a news and current affairs background as a for a cinematographer is a great place to start.
Oh, it would have been a great training ground for and knowing your career and what you've done is
well, the helicopter environment is an interesting one, you know, because it's so noisy as well.
Oh, in the thing. So I guess, are you wearing headphones?
I wear one-sided headphones.
Right, because of the camera.
Yeah, and I put an ear plug in this one to stop the noise. But look, in the unlikely event Hollywood come calling, it's just an advantage to have some experience with it, because it is overwhelming, just the noise and the responsibility. It's this huge responsibility. You know, you don't want things falling out. So, and you have to be prepared. You know, you have to do drills, and even just the way the cables for the headset, and we run the camera off external power. So there's two cables there, and then you know you've got the quick release, you've got the emergency release for the harness and everything in case there's a thing. And I go, you have to be organised. Yeah.
So does the pilot see what you're shooting? Do they have a monitor so they can...
It's funny you say that, because in one of our other videos we've spoken of the Toshiba monitor.
Yeah.
And that was the monitor du jour for everything, and that was possibly in there at that time.
Okay.
But what we know now about 2,000 nits and things like that, it actually wasn't very bright, and it was almost useless. So I think the pilot was just concentrating on being a pilot, to be honest. So anyhow, so look, there's a bit of history there. The helicopters that are either sitting in museums or they might be operating somewhere around the world, and the Melbourne skyline looks a bit different now. So
Digibeta still holds up pretty good.
I think it. Yeah, and this would have been the 970. So yeah, and it's up converted pretty well. We have transferred this. So time will tell, you know, with all the AI enhancements, topaz, etc. You know how well. I think once again I can't help myself. I just keep rolling until.
Well, why not? It's in your nature as a cinematographer. You see a great shot, you want to shoot it.
Oh, we were going back to Moorabbin. We were at the other airport.
Oh, not Essendon. So the police were at Essendon
Airport. Here we go. He's just filmed the landing. Hang on.
Right. So is that where the Channel 9 chopper is based, Moorabbin?
It was.
It was.
It's actually at Essendon now. And, and the police air wing is in a different location now.
Really? So they've done a bit of a
And in
swap.
fact, that hangar was quite historic. It's one of the old... Really old, hangars that DC-3s and things would have...
Oh, right. I think they still got a DC-3 at Essendon, don't they?
You're right. It's... I'm not sure which hangar it's in, but yeah, you're right. It still exists. So here we go. Just coming to land, and then it's a bit of a buzzkill after that, because then it's just back to the car, just boring stuff.
Tripod shots.
Yeah. So I'll just
Well, that was fascinating, David. Thanks for showing us that tape and that archive.
And hearing all the sounds and the visuals of the process. So
if people have themselves DigiBeta tapes or any other tape and they want it transferred digitized,
we can certainly do that.
Yep.
And but there's no shortcuts to it. You have to play it out. In real time.
In real time.
But we can do that. So there you go. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that.
See you on the next one.